What is up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Awesemo Fantasy Football YouTube channel, and I'm here today to give you the preseason updates. We will continue to do this nearly every day whenever we have enough information, and we had all but one game played in preseason week 2, so there is a lot to talk about. Of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way, you know when everything goes live here. We have best ball drafts, player breakdowns, everything you could possibly want for fantasy football. But let's dive into this right away. And biggest news coming out of training camp wasn't actually something that occurred in a preseason game week 2. It was reported yesterday that Carson Wentz will return to practice on Monday this week, August the 23rd, obviously on the short end of that injury timetable for return. There were widely different reports, 4 to 8 weeks, and it looks like we are going to see Carson Wentz on the lower end. That is very important for the Colts offense, considering it has been an absolute train wreck with Sam Ehlinger and Jacob Eason under center in the preseason. In week 2, you had Ehlinger throwing 2 interceptions, 1 pick six, and a fumble. And then looking at Eason, his performance wasn't much better, completing just 16 of 27 passes for 132 scoreless yards for Jacob Eason. So Carson Wentz return, especially during training camp, bodes well for him getting ready for the season, and it's looking like he will play in week 1. Second, we had news coming out of New York that Saquon Barkley will be taking most of the first team reps in joint practices this week. That bodes well for his week 1 status. So if you were a fantasy football drafter early in your leagues, looking at a top half of the first round pick, Saquon Barkley looking more and more like a surefire selection in that area. There is still some concern that he will start the year somewhat limited, potentially in a timeshare with Devontae Booker or Corey Clements. But overall, things are trending up for Saquon Barkley. One last report, not game related. Deshaun Watson, he may be able to play in 2021. Right now, there is still legal investigations undergoing with Deshaun Watson. The NFL cannot put him on the commissioner's exempt list as long as these investigations are still ongoing. That means Watson may be able to play. Now, there is still a lot of uncertainty with his trade requests. We just don't know how Houston is going to handle the situation. But in the back half of drafts, final rounds, he is worth a flyer in that range. And then last preseason update, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, lead back of the Kansas City Chiefs, sustained a sprained ankle in week 2 of the preseason. Andy Reid came out and said that this is not believed to be significant, but still keep Jerick McKinnon, Darrell Williams, who suffered a concussion himself, on standby. If the injury is a little more severe than let on, you may get a start out of those backs early in the year, and just speaks to the valuable nature of the Kansas City handcuff situation. But that will do it for us today. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button on the way out, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Never miss a show. I'm Matt Gajewski on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. We will catch you again early this week with more training camp updates for the NFL. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.